This is an introduction to West Point Bridge Design 2007. On your desktop you should see an icon labeled WPBD2007. Go ahead and double click that. If you get a box that says Design Tip of the Day, you can go ahead and click Close. We are going to create a new bridge design, so we're going to click OK. The design requirement. As a civil engineer working for the State Department of Transportation, you are responsible for designing a truss bridge to carry a two-lane highway across this river valley. Your objectives. Number 1, to ensure that the bridge can safely carry its own weight, plus the weight of a standard truck loading. 2, to keep the cost of the bridge as low as possible. So we'll go ahead and click Next. Are you participating in a local bridge design contest? You can leave this box checked No. So go ahead and click Next. Here's where you have many different options for your bridge. I can change the deck elevation from 24 meters all the way down to 0, and we notice that the height of the bridge above the water changes. So I'm going to pick somewhere in the middle, 12. I can add an arch abutment, and I can also change the height of that arch. For now I'm just going to leave it at standard. I can add a pier in the middle, and I can change the height of that pier. But for now I'm going to leave that at no pier. I can add 1 cable anchorage or 2 cable anchorages, and you notice it adds these dots on the other side. And you notice that as I change these options, here at the bottom the site cost changes. This is how much it costs before I even start to build the rest of my bridge. So I have all the options that I want to click Next. Here I have 2 options on deck material. I can choose medium strength concrete or high strength concrete. You notice that there is a cost difference. I can also choose standard 2 lanes of traffic or 1 center lane. I'm going to go with 2 lanes. Click Next. Here for your first bridge you want to pick a template. A template is like a pattern that is pre-created and you just have to connect the dots. So I'm going to pick the worn through truss. That one looks nice. Here I can put in my name, and you can do this as well. You can leave the project ID box empty, and I'm going to click Next, and then I'm going to click Finish. Here's where I actually begin to draw my bridge. I have here my design tools box. I have the circle box, which is called draw a joint or joint tool. I have draw a member or a member tool. I have the select a joint, and I have the eraser in case I make any mistakes. I like to start by putting in all of the joints. So wherever I see a dotted circle, I'm going to go ahead and put a joint into those spots. You notice along the bottom we have these ones that are already filled in for us, so we don't need to put any circles here. Now I'm going to select my member tool, and I'm going to connect all the dots. If I decide to make one long member like this, I need to go back and just hover my mouse to make the connections to the joints. So I'm going to go ahead and fill in the rest of my bridge. The template is nice, easy to follow, and you want to make sure you connect all the pieces. If you happen to forget one piece and don't connect it, your bridge will not be able to test. So now here at the top I have this blue button that says Load Test Your Current Bridge. I'm going to go ahead and click that. And now we see the truck drive across the bridge. And if we notice, when the truck drives across the bridge, part of the bridge turns red and part of the bridge turns this blue or purple color. The darker the red or darker the blue, the more compression and more tension. Also notice, this is my current cost of my bridge, $263,753.90. Remember, the goal is to build the bridge that costs the least amount of money but still allows the truck to cross the bridge. So I want to see if I can make that cost of the bridge go down. If I click to go back to the drawing board, I can now go in and change parts of my bridge. If I have my pointer tool and I hold the control button on my keyboard, I can select as many pieces of my bridge as I want. If I want to select all of them, if I hit Control A on the keyboard, I can select every piece of my bridge. I then can change the thickness of the pieces. Right now they are all 160 millimeters. I'm going to try to change them all down to 110 millimeters. Notice when I do that, the cost of my bridge has significantly decreased. It's now down to $175,922. So now I need to test and see if that bridge will still stand. If I select the test button, my bridge is not even able to hold its own weight. It's not strong enough. So I need to make some changes. If I go back to the drawing board, I notice all of these pieces that are in red are pieces that broke. So if I hold the control button on the keyboard and select these pieces and try to increase those ones up to, let's try 140. And I test my bridge again. Now my bridge holds the truck, makes it all the way across, and I have a price of $187,258.53. So remember, your goal is to try and build the bridge that allows the truck to cross the river without braking for the cheapest amount of money. Good luck.